What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another SLA video. All right, guys, we have completed hard mode Yogamon on free to play and pay to win. I did it within 30 minutes. That guide will come out very soon for free to play and pay to win as well. But we're talking about Lennart. Lennart is the man of the hour. A lot of people want to know how he's functioning, if he's better than MIREI. So we did all that number crunching for you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about what we normally talk about, okay? So a couple things to know. We did test a couple different outfits. We went with 4-piece one-hit kill to make the ultimates last longer. With Obsidian, the stats are over here. You guys can see 42k defense, 50% crit, 218% crit damage, some damage increase, etc. Then we went down here and did 4-piece infamy and 4-piece one-hit kill, which had very similar stats. Didn't do quite as well. And then we also did Iron Will, which is over here with Obsidian. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how the numbers work. First thing I want to say right away before we even start this video is you need to get him to A3. There's no ifs or buts about it. He runs out of MP so fast at A0, A1, A2 that you need to have A3. So if you plan to pull for him, you will need to get that. But you guys can see at A0, he did about 452k, 425k with one-hit kill and infamy. And then he did about 453 with Iron Will. The best set for him is Iron Will Obsidian so far. That's what's worked best for us. Okay, this is at A0. You guys can see at A0 versus an A10 Goto, yeah, the Gojo again. Goto, he does actually very close numbers. So this is A0, guys. Okay, very similar numbers. Now, one thing I do want to say before I start this, I forgot to mention this, guys. Support program still going on, guys. Go please hit that support button, get yourself some free codes, and support your boy. This is in every link of every video. Go do that. Make me happy. I'll make you happy. Kind of works out. All right, now it is 7 a.m. in the morning, so excuse me if I'm blabbing a little bit. I've been doing this for quite some time, but real quick here, I'll show you guys the rest of the numbers. A1, the numbers did go up a little bit, okay? Not by much, a little bit. A3, the numbers skyrocketed. Okay, where this difference really came from is the mana issues. Even with Hansimi in the fight, the mana issues were prevalent. He was not, and again, we took Obsidian out, we did Infamy, it didn't work that well. So you guys can see with Obsidian at A0, A1, it still has problems. But the moment you hit A3, and the reason why A3 makes such a massive difference is because of his passive. He now starts to be self-sufficient for his mana issues, right? And those mana issues now are gone. Now, we did this testing in WOBL as well, but we also did in Guild Boss. He does not get the bonus in Guild Boss, by the way, so this 5% bonus does not apply, and it's also very negligible. All right, so you guys can see here in his passive at A3, what ends up happening is whenever the user uses any of his skills, it increases the duration of his attack zones. And then when the win team members, including the user, uses basic skills, he gets MP back a lot. And Goto does a lot of MP skills. So he's getting this back on a constant basis. So now his MP issues are gone. A3 is an absolute must. Okay, you guys can see he doubled his damage. Now we pushed him to A5. A5 became even better. 1.34. So he pumped himself up even further there with A5. Now, we did a couple different tests here with some other positions. So what we did is we added unrecoverable into the fight, because if you see it as A5, right here, you guys can see A5 third position, right? And what ends up happening here is when unrecoverable kicks in at A5, he also has this buff kick in, right? It's the, where is it? Right here. The Hunter's Cage increases the target's damage taken by LENNART by 30% for 40 seconds whenever the target either does an HP recovery or has the unrecoverable buff. So what we did is we added Cha into the mix to give him unrecoverable, and then we put him in the third position. You guys can see the numbers started skyrocketing. Now we compared that A5 third position and unrecoverable to MIREI third position and A10. You guys can see the numbers are staggering. So we started then comparing it to different things. Now, this is where it starts getting interesting. WOBL, 10% HP left on Bedelia. We had 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining. Now remember, the reason why Lennart does so well in these fights is Bedelia does recover HP. So when Hunter's Cage is kicking in, he's increasing his own damage output by insane amounts. MIREI doesn't have that. There was almost no competition. As a matter of fact, we got up to like 1 minute and 30 left, and she still had about 50% HP with MIREI. Now, this was with the same team. Hansimi, A10, Goto A10, and she had about 40, and this is her stats, by the way. She had 44k attack, 50% crit, 208%. We even put her damage increase to 22% at one point, just to see the difference, right? It was 4 expert, 4 curse, and we did 4 expert, 4, sorry, we did 4 curse, 4 obsidian, and we tried infamy out, and it didn't really matter. He just is built for the WOBL, guys. And that's the thing, at the end of the day, she's a 1-year-old character being replaced, and they need to sell characters, right? So you guys can see number 1. So we did this right over here. This result was the only time it failed. And what happened here is I put Hansimi, MIREI, and Goto on the same team, MIREI third position. Lennart wasn't even on the win team. He just went with Cha on his own, and he still did 661K. Now we swapped it out. We put the three of them together. So we put right here, you guys can see Lennart and MIREI with Hansimi to see who did better. Lennart almost doubled her numbers. The moment he was on a win team, without Goto even, he almost doubled her numbers. So we went even further now. What we did is we did MIREI in third position with the buffs. So we gave her the buff and not him, right? So we put him in second position, we put Goto in the first position, and we put MIREI in the third position, and obviously still did better, right? Now, this was with the Iron Will set. You guys can see right there, 1.478 versus 133, where this was with the one-hit kill in Obsidian. And then over here, we did MIREI Obsidian as well, too, just to show somebody who was saying, oh, Obsidian's way better, use it on MIREI. She actually did pretty much the same result as Expert, and he still doubled her numbers. And this, again, was without Goto in the team. This was with Hansimi, MIREI, and Lennart. Now, I'm going to make this clear because I know there's a lot of MIREI lovers out there. She's not a bad character, guys. She's still a great character, but she's a one-year-old character. And what happens in any game is power creep will occur. He is just overall a better unit built for what's out now. He does a lot more AoE, obviously, for the Ant Queen, right? So that's a big deal right away. He's going to get more damage from that. He has all the mechanics for WOBL. Whenever somebody heals, which most of the bosses in Hunter mode do, he's going to boost his damage substantially. We're talking about 40% more or 30% more damage every single time for 40 seconds. That's pretty much the entire fight every single time this happens. So this is a big deal, and Lennart is built to sell. I want you guys to understand this. He's built to sell. They're not going to release a character that's not going to do better than a one-year-old character. It's not going to happen. So you have to understand, guys, at the end of the day, he is the best wind DPS unit by far. By far. All right. Now, when it comes down to whether you should pull for him, this is up to you. The way I'm going to view it is the way I treat it on my free-to-play. I'm skipping him. The reason I'm skipping him, number one, I'm broke on my free-to-play. Number two, I don't have a Goto at all, and I only have a Hansimi A4. Is he worth it? Absolutely, he's worth summoning if you want to build your win team to be the best win team out right now. But you have to also keep in mind, we have ourselves the brand new collab units coming out, which is also going to have a wind unit, which might actually have a wind DPS. So he might be a trap for that. So whether you want to pull for him or not is up to you. Is he the best wind unit in the game right now? Easily. I don't even think it's a question, right? Is he going to be the best unit in a month from now for wind? That might be questionable, only because the collab units are coming out and they're going to be probably fairly good at what they do. We don't have any news on them. Whether the units are going to be support or DPS is still in the air. The leaks are saying it could be either or, right? So you're taking a chance here with Lennart one way or another. So yes, he is the best unit for wind, for DPS, easily. Is he built to sell for what's out right now? For sure. Is he going to be the best wind unit in a month? That's what we're going to have to see. Is Cha better than him? Yes, Cha is absolutely better than him because the water team is better than the wind team overall. So there you guys go. I hope that answers all your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.